Alright, we're on hole number 3 of the Gridiron tournament in the rookie division. It's Tuesday's qualifying round. We are practicing today. We're going to roll the dice and we're going to try and qualify both. I'm going to try and qualify both my accounts tomorrow. So today we're just going to practice. So we're going to go out and try different shots to try and get our notes dialed in. This hole right here, we're going to take a sniper and a navigator. And we're going to do about 1.5 topspin. And we're going to start a little bit farther down the hill than I'm seeing a lot of other people start here, because we want our, from the point where it touches the ground the first time, the first bounce, from the first bounce to the second bounce, we want the trajectory to be in a forward low direction. And the higher up you hit into the gap, the more you get on the hill, and the more that second shot wants to go straight up in the air. And so instead of getting way up here, we're going to stay back a little. I'm wedging my white ring in against the roughs, and then we're going to put just a little teeny bit of topspin on, maybe 1.5 topspin and a little bit of side spin. We're at 3/4 per ring, so we're going to do a full ring adjustment. Isn't it perfect? I did one of those yesterday. I thought it was a 2-6 win, and it was actually, I went back and watched the video, it was a 3-6 win, and I was like, how in the heck did I end up like a whole ring set off? I was like, man, I was a whole ring off when I landed up there. I mean, that's not even close. I hit it perfect, everything was great, and it went a whole ring off to the left or the right. I can't remember which way, but reading the wind right and adjusting for the wind properly is key. So you can see our opponent's a little bit farther up in that hole. Now watch their second bounce. It gets a lot more height. It doesn't spring forward, it springs up and then forward. And so it gets caught up in the wind up there. We will miss our putt. I'm seeing some pretty good scores from people. I mean, the score that you're looking for, just a perfect round, is a -12. I think that the hole number 2 is the variable here, in that, you know, you really need to hit that hole once a round. So you're looking at -12.5 per side. So you're looking for a -25 to put you in. You know, in some brackets, that -25 is going to put you in the top 10, in the top 5. Some brackets, that 25 is going to win you that bracket. If you're playing in the rookie tournament and you're playing in an expert bracket where everybody that's playing in that bracket's expert, you're probably looking at, on the weekend round, you're going to have to shoot a 26 to have any shot at winning. That was an epic fail. So if you can go into the qualifier with a -12, you're going to have some pretty good. That'll be a pretty common score, but that'll give you a decent tiebreaker. We really want to make sure we protect our tiebreakers. The tiebreakers are becoming so important on the weekend round. I wish they'd change it up and they just start counting all the rounds, so that when you got to the weekend round, it was a total score. You'd know where you were at. You'd know how much you needed to pick up. It's almost not fair now. You shoot, you know, this course you shoot a 24. You shoot a 12 and you shoot a 24, you got a 36 going. Somebody comes in and shoots a 12 and a 22. They're 4 shots down, but on the weekend round they shoot a 26 and they end up winning the tournament. They would have been 2 shots down to somebody that played more consistent. I think we've got enough players now playing that it would really be nice if they would just start counting our entire qualifying, opening, and weekend round as one score so that we can try and separate ourselves from the crowd. It's playing more consistent. And then hoping that, like one of those rounds you have a really, really great round. But it almost hurts now. You don't want to spend all your magic on the opening round because it doesn't really help you, get anywhere other than it just gives you a few tiebreakers. It'd really be nice if they counted the score and every single hole is super critical. So, we don't look at it right now. It's like, okay, I didn't do well in the opening round. I can pick it up but if the score's all counted, you really have to play a lot more. You got to play consistent and aggressive at the same time to try and get as low a score as you can for the whole round. That way, if you do have a bad round, you get into the weekend round and you shoot a 13, but you shot a 25 and a 13 before. You shoot let's say a 23 and you're down a couple. It would just be nice if they counted our whole score instead of using those for tiebreakers. All right. That was hole number 3 of the Gridiron tournament in the rookie division. Thanks for watching.